So now we're gonna just check something real quick. All right. So I think I'm good now. Let's see here. Bear with me here for a second. I'm just trying to get this going here. I was having some technical difficulties, but I think I got it going now. Just gonna check my mic here, make sure that everything is working. Okay. Let's see, do I got sound here? Yeah, I do. Okay. All right, perfect. So, as I was trying to say before, I was informed that I was having mic difficulties. Here we go. So I was saying is, you know, this is going to be a down day. Usually I tend to do this regularly, just when there's events are over and things like that, kind of just resource gather. I do some breeding. I usually make sure these Brontos are good. That they got food. I haven't been on in a couple days, so usually if I'm not on for a couple days, I have to kind of come and do some base maintenance and things like that. So make sure the Brontos are fed. And a lot of times this Giga will be like half starved out, so I go and get him food. Alright, so he's good. That's usually good enough. And a lot of times too, like, you know, being unofficial, you have to refresh bases, so I tend to not have stuff on my hotbar when I've recently done that, because it's easier to refresh bases using the beds to get around your map, because I have like a place set up in the lunar biome and then the ocean biome, and although this is a little messed up, I thought I had uploaded my data properly, but I guess not. That's actually a pretty cool looking raptor. Let's see. Take a look and see what level he is. Try to start fresh here too. Since I started the video and didn't have my audio working, I'm like trying to condense what I was saying really quick, and it's not flowing very well in the video. So I'm just gonna start fresh and not try to reiterate what you guys missed that I was talking about. So if that makes any sense, I'm just gonna kind of do my base maintenance, you know, breed some stuff, see where stuff is at, get my hotbar organized here. I think that's it. Yep. Yeah, so the Giga's got food now. I've been working on a bunch of different things. These drakes here, couple reapers here. I cloned this raw golem, and also I got this basilisk. And you know, generally I just make sure these guys are good, do any levels that they got, and then stuff that I'm working on is in here. I think this reaper still going 86%. Not a high level reaper, only level 100, but you know, I just recently started going on Gen 2, and you know, this is my first reaper, so you know, you'll take it. You know, he's pretty cool looking. So let's see, what else am I working on here? I'm always raising the Deinonychus, so keep them out till they get to a certain point health wise. I usually try to get them to like 30k, so they're ready to fight bosses. You know, usually the dragon, when we got to do the dragon fight. And then so usually what I kind of do is, to do my breeding, is I'll start over here, like these spinals. I'm working on these guys, X spinos right now. And so like I know what I need. Like this one, actually, this one has a health, melee, weight, and stamina that I want, and I don't level them. Like, don't imprint them. Like, if you have breeders and you're just raising for breeding, don't imprint them. Just leave them out and let them grow up, because all you're really keeping them for is the stats. So you know what their base stats are that they're carrying over to their parents, you know. So I find that to be easy. And then this one's only got the stamina and the melee, so I really just need all the male stats over on the female. So So we're only going to keep this egg if we put it in the incubator and it says that it's a female, because we don't need another male. We already have the male that has all the stats we need. Although preferably I'd like to have that yellow color. Me and one of my tribe mates actually tamed this Spino during not the most recent event, but I think the one before it, which I think might have been Valentine's, if I'm not no, was it Valentine's? Actually, I could tell right now because I can go to HLNA and find out. Yeah, right here.
G'day, Survivor. Here's what I've got.
So Valentine's, 4th of July. I'm trying to think. Easter. It would have been Easter, because then this is Summer Bash. So yeah, we tamed this one during Easter. So still not as good as the one I used to have. There's a guy on the island that has the black and red X Spino that I had before that I really want, and I'm hoping to catch him online one of these times when I'm going over there to refresh my base, so I can hopefully, you know, barter with them or trade with them or something, you know, to get that Spino I want. And then I'm working on these May wings. I got a cotton candy one, but then I got like another one that I bred with the cotton candy one, and this came out, and I'm like, this thing looks sick. So now I'm trying to breed them and get this color, but with the stats from this cotton candy one. But I thought that was pretty sick looking. I like that one a lot. So, but apparently the Maine wings have such a long breeding timer that they're still not even ready, and I haven't even been on like in probably a day and a half. All right. I'm not going to do the gas bags that I'm working on because they have the gestation timer, and I'm not probably going to be here for 8 hours, so I'll skip those guys. I'm working on these X Argents. I tamed this X Argent, I think, this 4th of July event, I believe. And so I'm going to try to... I got the stats that I want from all the best ones that I had right here. This male has all the best stats I have from the ones I tamed, and I'm trying to get this color, though, over. I'm trying to get a female that... or even a male that has that color, but the stats that I want, you know, so, or even if it's a male, if it has the male and it has all the stats but has the color, I'll keep it. Or if it's a female and it has even a couple of the stats from this one, I'll still raise it, and then, you know, at least you're that much closer. But, you know, I thought that was a pretty sick looking Argent, X Argent, and you don't see too many X Argents for sale on official. So, you know, that's what hopefully. It's tough, though, especially unofficial, you know. How many do I lose per boss fight? For what? The Deinonychus and the Dragon, let's say? Is that what you're referring to as far as the boss fight? I'll wait and see if you're still here. If you're still here and you're asking about like the Dragon and Deinonychus, usually if I go in, the more people you bring, I find it easier. I've heard that people think that it's easier to do it by yourself. I think the more people you bring, the easier it is. And generally what I do is I bring like 3 Rexes to tank the Dragon, so the Dragon's always fixed on the Rexes. And usually I don't lose the Rexes. You're just kind of using them to tank, and then you and the people that you're in, presumably your tribe mates, on the Deinonychus, go from behind him and bite the Dragon from like behind his legs where he can't attack you. And if all the people that are actually in the fight stay behind the Dragon, he won't turn around and hit you because he's going to aggro to the Rexes, since they're, I don't know, it's just the way that they programmed it, where it's going to attack, I guess, whatever would be considered the more dangerous tame, or, you know, more threatening tame or whatever. So, just, you know, go in with the boss fight. When the Dragon lands, go behind him with the Deinonychus, and he'll be, he'll be aggro to the Rexes. So, you know, all you got to do is kill him before your Rexes take the damage, because it's percentage-based damage, so you get about 4 shots with the fire before your Rexes will go down. So if you can kill him before he's able to hit him with that, you know, those 4 breath attacks to take, you know, the health down, then you'll be good. So it really is still like a race against the clock. Like, you want to try to give as much space as possible in that arena so that dragon lands as quickly as possible. And then once that dragon lands, you're usually golden. It's just trying to get that dragon to land. And usually I don't go outside of the lava. You know, like I'm gonna record a video of doing it soon because I have to do it. I have a couple of tribe mates that need the dragon fight still, and we're gonna be running that real soon too. So I'll be sure to record a video doing that. You know, because I've done it so many times now on official that, you know, it's actually, there was a point where I used to think the dragon was really hard, but I find the dragon to be actually really easy now. As long as your execution is pretty good, you really don't have anything to worry about with that fight, you know. All right, so I did the Argents. Reaper's still growing. I got this from like the Christmas event last year. I'm finally getting around to working this Christmas colors into, you know, the best aloes that I have, which without imprinting, they're 1,000 melee and 15k health, which I'm sure is probably not top stat on official anymore, but at the time when I got them, they were pretty close to top stat. So still really good. You can get them. I usually don't increase the melee at all, but you can get to like 100k health pretty easily with those. And, you know, and I always use them as like a supplementary attack for Tames because they do such good bleed damage, you know. The Deinonychus are leveling. I got some eggs here, so let's see. What's this one? 220. That's not bad for... That doesn't look bad for in terms of level. Now I just got to go see what its stats are. Oh, and that's right. I only wanted to keep the Spino, I think, if it was a female egg. So let's see. Is it a female egg? It is. So we'll see if this one isn't what I need. Oh, this is a baby male. So I didn't even need it in the first place. See? I made that mistake. It didn't get the stamina anyways. I got the health. I got the melee. Let's see. Weight is what, 608, I think? Yeah, 609 is what I got for weight. Melee's 1365. So the only thing it didn't get... Oh, wait. I do still need a male that has a melee. I almost overlooked that. So the male, it needs to be 17... So I put stamina, but it don't have the stamina. I gotta fix that. That was almost a mistake. So health, melee, weight. So usually I just go health. Still getting familiar with the buttons here. Oh yeah, space is right here. So then melee, space, and then weight. So I do still need a male with stamina. And this male didn't get it. That I just hatched. It's only got 1365, and this female has 1575 for stamina. So then hopefully nobody gets too offended out there in the audience, but I just throw them out on some 300. Just throw them out here. Not good enough. You're not what I want. I just let them go out there and starve. I know it's cruel, but it is just a video game. So that was the Spino, not what we wanted. We'll do the X-Argent next. 96, that is not promising. But it's got the colors like so close. Is it a female? It is. So we're still going to keep it, believe it or not, because yeah, it's a female. It's only a 96. That's trash, but it got the color we wanted, and it did get at least one stat that we wanted. Or it got one stat that I wanted, which was it got the melee. And that looks pretty close. Did it get the white? Oh, it's missing the white, though. I mean, another thing you can always do, too, if you want, is to keep this female and then breed it with a male, and then eventually take that male and breed it back with the color. That way, you know, to maximize your chances of getting the right color regions that you want. But, I mean, that's pretty close. That's pretty close. That does... Oh, but I don't want it because, you know what? Because then I can't breed it. I could eventually breed it back with that female, I guess. So I gotta ask myself, is it worth it? Like, how long is it really gonna take me to get that food, 28. I got the lower food too. Yeah, I'll just raise it. And because I'm not really sure, it's only got melee, so I guess I'll just do melee, just M for melee. So at least got the melee. So then I just put it in the Maywing's range. Make sure it's right here with the Maywing. That sucks though too, it's so close. I got almost all the colors. I think the only color I didn't get is the white on the wings. But that's pretty close. That's pretty close to this. That's probably the closest I've seen so far, but I really like the white on the wings. So what I'll probably do is get a male. Like, even if I get a male eventually with the stats in that color, I can breed it back with this low-end female, and you're almost guaranteed to get the right regions a heck of a lot easier. So it is always a process. It'll probably take me 2 or 3 months, honestly, to get that where it needs to be at, but that's the process, you know? So I still got berries in there.
G'day, survivor. Ready for adventure?
And so I just buy the meat.
Welcome to the Hexagon.
Just easier at this point.
Let's do this again.
Alright, this will do for now. There we go. That will do for now. That will keep the Argent. That'll get the Argent to 10%. And then now the Maywings that I've been looking at. Like, look at that. That's... funny how it looks cool at first, but that's kind of more of the same of what I already have. Like, I already have cotton candy, so I don't really need to keep this one. I got the cotton candies off one of my tribe mates. They had some cool cotton candy Maywings, but that's kind of one of my favorite things about Ark, is being able to, like, when you breed the two dinos together, like, you never really know what the color combo is going to be, you know? You get some pretty cool color combinations. I think that's cool. One of the best parts about Ark when it comes to breeding is just not really knowing what the breeding the two together is going to get you for colors, you know? That's pretty cool. And it's a 181 too. 311. I'm going to go compare stats though. See if it's better than the one I currently got. I still don't think it's better than the one that came out. I really like the color distribution of this one over here. I mean, look at the color distribution on that one. Oh, wow. I rubber banded back because welcome to official. Look how cool that is. I just like the color distribution. That's so cool. So let me see. This one is got to be pretty close. That's still pretty cool though too. But I think the melee, isn't the melee like 3? Oh, it is 311 on these. I mean, this is definitely by far the better. Stat-wise, this is cool looking. Oh, yeah, it's pretty cool looking. It's got better stats too. So I might end up replacing that 103 with this one. So I'll keep this one. That's a keeper. Because 180 is about what the breeders I had that I got are coming out to. So and that's a pretty cool color. So and I got the berries already, the mailing, so I ain't got to worry about that. And I think, let me see something here. So that's not the best weight. The best weight I got 776. So health and then weight, and I guess melee. Weight 776 and the health is a little over 3,600. And this one is, yeah, it's got that. And I got the weight. Yeah, this is a keeper, man. I'm definitely going to keep that. That's pretty cool. And I'll probably, once that one raises up, as much as I like this one, it's missing the health and all that, and so I'll end up, this one will end up sleeping with the fishes, and this will be my new one. Even though the color distribution's not quite as good as I wanted, this is still a pretty cool What is going on here? I'm like, the profile box of that Reaper is so big. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We're gonna end up keeping that one. That's got a pretty cool color combination there. All right, so that takes care of that. So I think that's it for stuff that's out here. Always keep keep these guys up. Always keep some snow owls leveled. Really great at healing, even though you can't use them on Genesis. When I do the boss fights on other maps, if you need to heal some tames, man, snow owls do wonders. And then this obviously is this is the baby from these two. This one got the health, stamina, and melee. And what are you, a female? So one's more stat than this one had. So this female will go out and I'll kill it, and then this one will replace it and take its spot. And then I'll keep breeding those. And actually, I think all I need, right? Yeah, health. Yeah, the health, stamina, weight, and melee is really good on these. So, but actually, the 3000 actually isn't that great. Matter of fact, I have this breeder over here that I'm working on. This one has 7800 weight, so I got to eventually try to keep that color, but breed that weight into this one. So, yeah, breeding's, you know, there's a lot to breeding, man. And I try to only do like 3 or 4 things at a time when it comes to like overall breeding, because, you know, it can get overwhelming. And then one of my tribe mates got me this all green Argent. I used to have this exact one, and I was looking for it all summer event and couldn't find it. And he actually found somebody who had it for sale, and I was like, damn, I couldn't believe that he actually found this. So I actually got it with, and I think it just needs the lower food, right? Yeah, just needs lower food, and that's it. Which it, you know, which it technically doesn't, because it's only 369. So really, you don't want to go over 390, and you can get all your levels in. But usually, I try to keep the levels down lower, because I usually clean them up too when I get them from people. Like this Argent he's still got some mutations, but as you breed him with non-mutated dinos, you'll bring that timer down, and you can continue the mutations on them. So eventually, I usually get to, you know, I clean them up when I get them, when they have that many mutations. It looks cool, but that really is not ideal. You really want to get all the mutations over to one parent, so you can continue mutating them out. But for now, I like with the Argents, I got so many of them, like I'm just happy to have this color, because this is one of my favorite colors. And even though the one I had before had the yellow head, like the purple head's pretty cool too. Like I'm not mad at that. So let's see. So I got eggs in there, and then so normally what I do, then I go into here, into my fridges, and start seeing what I need to do to breed stuff. Let's see, what do I need to work on in here? I'm trying to think. That original green Argent, yeah, here it is, summer green. I put that away. Actually, did I? Yeah, I got both of them. Wait. So I got that one, and I got that one. Okay, yeah. So they're both in there. So then I usually take doesn't really matter which one, I guess, but I had the, was it this one I used? I'm just gonna check something. What's that color region? That purple, what's that color region? So this color region is 6, apparently. Put that there. So I need the Argent that has the color region 6 in it, which is this one. Because this one, I mean, that one has 6 in it. I guess they all have 6 in it, really. I wish it told you what color is to what region in terms of like the dino. How you got like region 1 for the dino. Like I wish it told you region 1 and what color it was. So that way whatever that color region 6 is, like I wish I could see which one of these Argents has that on its head without like pulling out every Argent and checking. That would be pretty cool if they could do that. I'm sure it's probably a memory limitation. Maybe when Arc 2 comes out they can, that's something they can maybe one day consider. It would make it so much easier to know what color's on exactly what region. I mean, you could manually go look it up if you want, but that's kind of a pain. So, is that the purple, same purple head? It is. So I guessed right. So now what I gotta hope is that I get a female that's all green with this. And it's unlikely because look at all the possible color regions it could be. But, damn. Guess you're feeling neglected, huh? Alright, so while that's going, I'll move to the next thing. So the next thing I'm working on, color-wise, I don't think there is anything else color-wise in this fridge, is there? Not doing the Maywings, not doing the Crystal Wyverns right now. I am breeding. I'm always raising Deinonychus and Rexes, so. Because they raise up pretty easy and you always need them. So when I do the dragon, I tend to lose maybe 2 or 3 when I do the dragon. And not even to the dragon, I lose them by trying to like whistle and passive and then have them follow you around. They're so fast and sometimes you can't control them as much as well as you'd like and they run into the lava. So I tend to lose them that way, sometimes, but. Well, we'll get them breeding. And I think that's it for that fridge. Because didn't I have a Rex and a Giga raising out here? Oh no, I put them away because they weren't 100% yet. They weren't 100% imprinted. I'll put that over here. Put this one away. And then keeping all this stuff organized is always fun. So that's the breeder color 3, which is right here. And then this is the green that I'm working on. So I usually keep that with the other. Oh, I think green is the only color I'm working on now, isn't it? No, I have a blue and yellow one that I'm working on too, ain't I? Snow owls. Female. Oh, that's right. I got that new snow owl that I want to breed too. I got confused there for a second. I thought I had a blue. I'm super confused here at the moment. See, that's what happens when you take a couple days away. You can't really. I'm trying to remember where I left off. So there's that one. There's 2. Then there's 3. I thought I had a blue and yellow Argent too that I was raising. I don't see it here though. Am I overlooking it? I gotta be overlooking it. Like what am? Like I think I'm. Here it is, blue and yellow. I was up higher than I was looking. So I got a blue and yellow one that I'm working on too, where I only have the female with the stats. And I need the male. And then, so I want to actually breed this one. This is the blue and yellow Argent I'm working on too. And breeder 2. I'm using breeder 2 as the other parent for that one. And that was, it's a female. So I need a male. I need the male breeder 2, which is right here. Man, what's up with this? Having some maneuvering difficulties here. So hopefully I'll get this color. Hopefully I get this blue and yellow color that I bred up from. I bred up from some low level. The parent was super low level, and I managed to get the color, get the stats transferred over, and that color's not too bad on that blue and yellow. Put the red wings on the back. All right, so let's see. The Dynamic kits are done. There we go. Just put these guys away. And this is really how Arc be though. Like if you're playing Arc, you really be having days like this where you're just trying to keep your breeding going, you know? So I'm not worried about the Maywings because I'm focusing on the certain Maywings or the Allosaurs because I have the Christmas Allosaur. That's a female, and then this one is that's a male. So what I want to essentially do, right, this is the female in here. Yes. So I want to actually take that male, and that's it. So I want to take that male, because that male I bred with my other Allosaurs to get, like I got this Christmas Allosaur. My goodness, I got to move that Reaper. I'm actually going to leave this guy out. That Spinal finally starved out and died. So there's the Christmas Allo that I originally got. And he was only a 161, right? It has all bummy stats. Like nothing really to jump about there. All, you know, really bad stats. Wow, rubber banding is crazy. That was a crazy rubber band. It doesn't usually rubber band that bad on Genesis official. And then I'm going to put these guys back real quick. Alright, so you're breeder 2. You're the male breeder 2. Where's the female breeder 2? Right here. And then that's just the blue and yellow. Putting you with the green. Boom. Then I'll put this egg in here. Boom, that's an okay. And then now I'm going to take this that I got the top stats that I had on my Allos from. And I finally got like the pretty close to Christmas colors. I don't think it's quite the same, but kind of like what I was talking about earlier in the video about the Argents and what I'm trying to do with the X Argents, like transferring the colors and all that. So that's the original color that I got, the original one I tamed, and then this one is the one that I bred with my top stats, and actually it's exactly the same. So then what you can do is, now that you got the top, like you took a regular bummy one, bred your top stats into it with the same color and everything, and now you can take it back with the original one and get the female that you need. Where what I, in this particular case, I need a female. It took some time too. I probably been working on that. I got the aloe last Christmas, but I only probably started working on it like during the Valentine's event. I started breeding them, so you're talking months it took me to get to that point. We're actually going to move this Reaper up because he keeps getting in my way. He's got such a large profile. Oh, I just want to whistle you to follow me now, right? I got you on close. Just going to move you over here a little bit. Okay, so I haven't cryoed him in a while. Since he's been raising, so he's glitched in the floor. So I just got to cryo him and uncryo him. And then, with that being the case, I don't have to really worry about... See, can I put you somewhere where you're like not going to be directly in my way? Like this base is huge, but like when you really think about that, it's a dinosaur game. Like this base is not huge, it's not big enough. There we go. Okay, so that'll do. All right, so the owls are breeding. Pick up this owl egg for kibble, as well as the spino egg. So this should almost be done, right? Yep. And then on the ceiling, and this is a borrowed base design, so if anybody with a sharp eye is like, I recognize that base, like, yeah, this is not an original design. I definitely built this from a well-known YouTuber. His design, I'd never take credit for it, but I'm also not going to name call him neither. I'm not going to call him out neither, you know? So I got some gas bags up here. Oh, this Reaper's done. I got to put that in the fridge. I cloned this Reaper. The one thing I will say that sucks about the cloners is they're great for breeding stuff, but like you don't get the imprinting. You lose the imprinting. So if you clone something that's not breedable, it sucks because it loses the imprinting, and you can't breed the Reapers. But I also don't want to. I only got one of them. These are Fear Event 4 Reapers, so they're the same ones I got outside, which I'll show you guys right now. But these ones are the ones fully imprinted, It's these two Reapers. These ones are fully imprinted, but, you only get one of them, And you can clone them, but you just lose the imprinting, so they'll never be quite as good as these ones, but you want to be able to show these off, too, and use them, Use your Reapers, That Reaper tail's still preventing me from going anywhere. At this point, I don't think having him, like, if I put him outside, I think he starts, like, smoking. Like, the light is hurting him, but I don't really think it does anything, realistically, other than just for graphics sake or whatever. Okay, now he seems to be okay. I'll put him out here where he's not, not getting in my way no more. And the bug swarms won't bother him in the bog. People always say, how the hell do you live in the bog? Like, how are you able to live in the bog? I actually love being in the bog. And the bug swarms, they definitely seem like a pain when you're new in the bog, but if you spend enough time in the bog, they don't always bother you. It just always seems like when you go into the bog, though, that they bother you, when you're new or something. But I really don't have them bother me that much. Only maybe when it rains is when I got to deal with them the most, when it's raining in the bog. But other than that,
hello, you.
It's really not that bad. All right, so that's it for that left fridge. And then these are the ones. Usually the left fridge, I have all the stats done, but I'm just working on colors. But when I'm working on actual stats, I usually put them in this right fridge. And, I still got the R Brontos, X Aloes, and a couple different rock drakes that I'm working on right now. So, but I won't do that now because, I think I've done enough of that already. So I think now what I would normally would do is I'll go run the next. Run the mission where I left. One of the missions I left off at, which was the hop, skip, and a jump. That's usually what I do, so I can get hexagon points to fill troughs easier than going and killing Tames and stuff like that. That's a 150 max level, but man, it doesn't look nice. It's pretty ugly. I got some really nice ones in a fridge that eventually I plan on breeding. You know, I aggroed these guys, so I'm gonna... Oh. Is he in there, or is he's attacking underneath? That's funny. It's actually a pretty cool looking one, too. I gave some cool ones away, though, in that previous video, man. It sucks that that dude over there on the island lost them, you know? Lost all his tames that I gave him. That sucks bad. Because forwarder's out, normally there used to be a teleporter there, but there's no teleporter now that forwarder's out, because everybody shut their teleporters off to conserve element over here. So I got to actually use HLNA and teleport over to... teleport down to the South Bog, and then working, you know, walk my way over to the mission hub. So don't got it easy anymore, unfortunately, but it's all good.
Teleport.
Let's see, hop, skip, and jump away. All right, Kick is wigging out. Can I get on you this side? Yep. There we go. Okay. And I remember too, you used to be able to spawn right down there at it, even using HLNA, but once Gen 2 came out, it switched the spawn points for whatever reason. Among some other subtle things too. Like bug swarms got like twice as big, like there's definitely some noticeable differences to Gen 1 after Gen 2 came out, which I found interesting. And I wonder if it just had something to do with the programming maybe, or like the shared assets that they use when they're programming, that it just kind of was one of the byproducts of that, to conserve on memory, because most people know, you know, Ark is a really memory intensive game. Like it really pushed the PS4 to its memory limits, you know. So it'll be interesting to see, do they do anything different with PS5? Do they end up adding enhancements or anything like that, or are they kind of like done with Ark 1 for the most part? Because there's still some patches, there's still some things I'd like to see them patch. You know, for instance, like the Arctic biome unofficial, you still blue screen trying to navigate that. You still blue screen navigating the ocean biome. You really have to have, I mean, you don't have to, but typically, you know, you want to have people with you, so if you blue screen, you won't die, and you can get right back in again, you know. And it's really not as bad too if you're on PS5, because the load times, you can get in so much faster. But on PS4, like, man, that was a pain waiting to get back in, you know. Like when you die because you blue screen, or not when you die necessarily, but when you blue screen and you want to get back in, it feels like forever when you're trying to get back in. And then to find out that you died, that sucks even worse, you know. And then you got to try to go back, retrieve your stuff, and then hope you don't blue screen there again, you know. Because then you'll be like on a double rescue mission. Can't, you know.
More danger up ahead.
And unfortunately, I've done this mission like 1,000 times, but this really is the easiest way. I know I've said it in previous videos, but it's the easiest way to get, you know, get hexagons to buy resources. You know, I see people come over here, or at least they used to at one point, come over here and buy their cementing paste from here. You know, run the mission, get the hexagon points, and then just buy, like, you know, a whole slack cap of cement paste, you know? Yeah, that's actually a regular color Paraceratherium over there, but that actually looks pretty cool from here.
On to the next checkpoint.
Hopefully it's not high level because it's about to die. It was only a 20. See, can I get some food?
Done. On to the next one.
Eat some raw meat real quick. Just to get me through. It kind of gets annoying listening to the low food, the audible warning.
This might be more dangerous than it looks.
Dude moaning in your ear, you know? Not exactly. Oh, I was hoping I could get through perfect, but not this time. Oh well. Doesn't matter because everybody's done it so many times. You know, it doesn't move you on the leaderboard or anything. You know, if so many people got the max score. And let's see, what's the transfer timer at? 1:53. I gotta go over and refresh one of my tri-mate spaces too. He asked me to refresh it for him on Gen 2, so we're gonna go over to Gen 2 and refresh his base, and then that'll probably end the video. I'm gonna check out what he's got too. What he's got for Tames. I actually got a couple Astrodelphus over at his base that I tamed. They're really low level, but I wanted to breed them, but I'm gonna have to wait till another breeding event to breed them, because I'm pretty sure the breeding timer is probably like 8 hours, and I really don't feel like waiting 8 hours to, you know, for them to
More danger up ahead.
give birth. So I'll just wait till the next Evo event or something to breed them. And almost done.
On to the next checkpoint.
And this helps to fill the trough too. I probably shouldn't have dumped the food so late in the mission, because I don't think I'm going to go back with like a full giga of food, but usually between running this mission and the hexagons, usually it's pretty easy to fill the troughs and make sure that they have enough food. Yeah, I think that's it. Trying to think too. I always refresh my bases weekly. I think I refreshed all the bases, if I remember correctly.
Up ahead. That's the last checkpoint.
I've been so busy lately, I haven't been able to get on and record like I want to, or even play just in general, so I don't even be remembering if I refresh bases. Usually I do it just to be sure, so I'm probably going to have to do that after the video, but alright, let's see what we got for loot on that one.